from Tropical Storm Luban, which is continuing towards the Arabian Peninsula with 65 miles per hour winds and a pressure of 982 millibars. Moving slowly, however, still some distance from land at 13.3 north, 59.9 degrees east. There's the storm's location. You can just about see the land areas creeping into the shot now. A stage 3 on the CDPS scale. Significant damage potential. It's still moving maybe a little bit south of forecast, 399 miles from Hadibo, 420 from Hasik, and 464 from Salalah, and 713 miles from the capital Muscat. The storm, though, is likely to move a little bit further west than what we were originally saying and what we've been saying over the time. The models are trending further west. No warnings in effect officially as far as we can see, but there are alerts out there and general advice, obviously, for a potentially significant storm surge and indeed those strong winds. Rainfall, of course, will be a big threat too. So what are the models saying right now? This is the GFS over the next few days, which takes it further north than some of the other models, so this is perhaps the most northerly solution. Towards the end of the week there, the storm approaching Salalah, and I think it passes to the south before striking somewhere along the border perhaps between Oman and Yemen by Saturday or Sunday. Other models take it further south, but now it looks as though, originally we were talking about the storm striking east of Salalah, now it looks like it's going to be west. Sea surface temperatures, though, remain very warm, around 28 or 29 degrees. Of course, temperatures inland much warmer, 34 and 35 over there in the desert. Let's look at the wind field then. The green areas denoting tropical storm conditions over the next few days. Towards the end of the week, it will go on to affect the southern part of Oman. Salalah as well could be affected by tropical storm force winds in those green areas there, and potentially hurricane conditions just off the coast according to this model, moving into Yemen over the weekend and inland, and not much will survive by Sunday. So in real terms, given the numbers, these are the percentage chances of tropical storm force winds now. 40% in Salalah, it could still go south, 10% in Hasik, 60 in Al Gaida in Yemen, 5 in Mukalla, and 10 inland in Seyun. Now let's take a look at those models and the spread of intensity first of all. As you can see here, 2 of the models, 3 indeed actually, calling for Category 2. They've been fluctuating between Category 1 and 2 in those models. Wind shear is going to be dropping. That's the main reason for its potential intensification over the next few days, which we'll be watching out for. And again, looking at that, HWRF and CTCX models taking it much closer to Yemen rather than Oman, and indeed the GFS doesn't even have a landfall in Oman, but tropical storm conditions could affect the Salalah region. So here's how the storm is actually looking on the latest imagery. You can see there some convection flaring up in those late frames, so potentially the formings of an eye wall perhaps, or the very beginnings of it, but certainly nothing defined yet, and we're not calling this a hurricane force storm yet, but that could be what we're looking at by tomorrow morning, or at some point during tomorrow or the following days, and this storm could still get towards Category 2 status as it approaches the Arabian Peninsula. We'll have more updates on this storm, the next at midnight. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com with the latest. You can also find our YouTube page. You're probably there already, but if not, subscribe if you haven't so far. You can also find our Facebook page, Force 13 all in text, and it's at Force 13 on Twitter if you'd like to get in touch with us on there. You can also help the project become even better by enjoying the benefits of patronage. You can find out more information about how to become a patron and what those benefits are at patreon.com/Force13. You can also add Force 13 on Skype and Fool 13 at extension 9094 on Discord for tropical weather chat.